All right. Hey, good evening. This is Chris, also known as Digi, and today we're going to ingrain 3 important harass reactions to tighten up our macro. So first we're going to talk about the mineral line. Second, losing a construction worker. And 3, losing a building. We'll start with the mineral line. To begin, I'm going to show you the problem we are going to fix. So if you see here, I am blue, and I harassed the mineral line here. He runs his SCVs and forgets to put them back on minerals. So it started at 7:55. It's been 15 seconds so far. That's quite some time. He's losing out on a lot of minerals. Happened again down here. His SCVs ran away. Just kind of forgot to put them back on minerals. So let's have a look at this. I'm going to go back and resume as red. So if you give me a moment, I'm going to get the numbers. I'm going to get things situated as I would have them. All right, cool. So I'm going to put things back to the way they were. So we got our troops over here. Oops, accidentally numbered 3. There we go. Okay. So what we're going to do is when we're harassed at the mineral line, we're going to pull SCVs, swing units to defend. Probably some Marines, probably not the tanks. And the time it takes for the army to reach to defend the mineral line is how long we're going to shift queue our SCV miners. So since our troops are over here, they're going to start stimming. That's probably like over here. We're going to shift queue our SCVs over here because that's about the amount of time it took the army to come and defend the mineral line. So I'll show you that again. So let's say we are harassed here. We pull SCVs, grab some troops, and we shift queue about the time it takes the army to reach the destination. So that is a good, sharp way to maintain a tight economy. It's really important to avoid as much lost mining time as we can. Okay, so let's move on. Along the same line, if the harassed kills a construction worker, so if we're building barracks and the double drop comes down here, kills this SCV working, we do the same exact thing except for so we pull troops, we pull troops, and then we shift queue an SCV in a safe location and get them back on that building. If we already have troops here, go defend it, send the SCV to the building, and of course queue it back and number the building. Okay, cool. Lastly, we'll talk about if our engineer bay is being attacked. Okay, so sorry, I'm going to preface this. So I remember watching Innovation's stream, and what he did was he began building a new sensor tower soon as he knew that his current one was going to die. So his opponent was attacking his sensor tower, and he instinctively just built a new one when his current one was even at like 50% health. So the same thing in a macro sense. If our engineer bay is upgrading something and we know it's going to die, we know our troops cannot save it in time, more like. So let's say our troops are here, they're coming in to save it, but we're like, that's going down, so we start building a new engineer bay immediately, and number it, of course. So that keeps our macro tight as well. Just making sure our upgrades are on time. Even if it's a tech lab, same thing. If you have a stim or shield upgrade going, it's gonna die. I guess in this case we have an open barracks, but ideally you'd start another tech lab as soon as you can and number it. Okay, so that's about it. So to recap, at the mineral line, pull SCVs, swing troops, and shift queue them. Or pull SCVs, swing troops, and shift queue them, depending on how long it takes the troops to get there. If you lose a construction worker, pretty obvious. Just make sure you get that SCV back to the building so that we keep that building going after we swing the troops. And lastly, if we know we're going to lose a building, we still swing the troops, still swing the SCVs if we need to, but we get that building started immediately. And that concludes my video. I hope you liked it, and if you subscribe, I will see you next week.